Battlerap hold it down, finally made it. No, the Battlerap Gold Pyramid, to where we break down the best of the best of the best, sir, with honors. But we try to define who is the greatest of all time. Real quick, we'll go over the criteria of how you get on to be on this pyramid. You gotta have impact, longevity, undeniable classics, dominance, views, significant wins, and of course have, in the words of John or Sirius Jones, all of the above. So with that being said, two things I guarantee you by the end of this video: one, you will not agree with me, and two, I do not give a damn. So today is part one of building the foundation of the pyramid, the first tier. There will be 10 selections, 10 battle rappers, 10 GOATs that I will select for the foundation of the pyramid. So with that being said, here we go.
Grown man bars is something ill gonna have to deal with. Cause no matter all them fabricated bum ass lines he said, it ain't gonna equal up to this real shit. That gangster shit he shouldn't try here. Cause I'm keeping it real. Nigga could die here. We brung them nines here. You know them hammers is on deck when them plane tickets was paid for and we ain't fly here.
T-Rex, Grown Man Bars, one of the pioneers to help bridge the gap between Smack DVD and the URL era. One of the leaders in the New York versus the Midwest movement, which helped catapult URL and catapult Battlerap to what it is today. One of the leaders of the very first groups in Battlerap and Dot Mob. Headlining URL's first ever event versus Math Hoffa in a classic bout. Has one of the most impactful one-rounders in Battlerap history versus Young Ill in the midst of the New York versus Midwest movement. And in the biggest event in Battlerap history, Summer Madness 2, took home an extra 10K from Puff Daddy, aka Diddy, aka Brother Love, from Bad Boy, an all-time legend, when he faced Verb, which is one of the greatest finesses of all time, because we all knew T-Rex was going home with the 10K. T-Rex could have rapped the Itsy Bitsy Spider up the water spout or Humpty Dumpty. It didn't matter what he rapped. He was going home with that 10K. One of the greatest finesses of all time. I just want to point it out real quick. But also, he is the first and probably the only Total Slaughter winner, defeating a house full of niggas, top tier talent in a tournament. He even took on the likes of Caution Tape and extra medium shirts. He's done it all. He never met a hat that never met a floor. Someone that had to be on this Battlerap Gold Pyramid. He is the definition of what I feel Battlerap is. He is the foundation of what Battlerap is. And you damn right, his Grown Man Bars is something you got to deal with. Now this next section is a happy accident. I didn't know I was going to do this like this, but these are going to be the 4 horsewomen I feel of female battle rap. So we're gonna go right into it straight like this. Starting off with,
I'm tired of folks, you know what I'm saying? Them closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and nobody want to hear, but it's like this, the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
This cat don't talk when rats around. Tom and Jerry, text me, my dude watching. I got the Proctor ready, cock the Desi, Jazz. You can stop already, pop a gun. You too afraid to even pop your cherry, but...
Official. It's fitting that she's from the state shaped like a boot because she been putting foot in niggas' asses for years. Stopping the mud hole in the ass and walking the dry. I mean, Official, man, put a whole region, a whole South on her back, man. And it's one of the greatest punches of all time. And she became that by breaking barriers, man. Mind you, there was a time to where people weren't checking for a female battle rap like that. They were treating it like it was a WNBA. They wanted to see it, but they didn't really want to hear it. But Official changed all that, man. She was a trailblazer. She made sure that females were respected for their talent. She had a reputation and presentation of punching like a nigga. With her aggression, with her vocal projection, with her believability, with her creativity. I mean, niggas were treating Official like she was Baby D from Friday, next Friday. Like, man, you don't want to get in it with Baby D. Okay, who you is? Like, Baby D ain't nobody to play with, you feel me? I think it was clear that during 2014, 2015, Official was the best in the world. I mean, she had the greatest female battle of all time with C3. She took on Jazz the Rapper in probably the greatest female performance of all time and got Jazz, the only one to truly get Jazz out of here. And even with that, she continued to do work with the likes of Disaster on KOTD, Couture, Creed of the Ring, Daylight in a Quiet Room, a Hidden Gem with QB on RBE, and a whole lot of other battles. And she made so much noise that Snoop Dogg, probably the most recognizable popular rapper in history, had to give her props. So I didn't even mention the other battles like her versus 40 Bars, her versus Rum Nitty, Twerk. Nothing could hold Official back. But with that being said, Official, man, a true trailblazer. Like I said, she put a whole region on her back, and she undoubtedly, no matter the stage, no matter the opponent, there's no question Official gets 100% every time with every performance, with the quality, the true queen of the South. And this battle rap pyramid wouldn't be official without Official.
Uppercut and double cuts. Ain't no delaying with the beats. Knuckle up, you better duck this punch. Aiming for your teeth. Get bucked in drug money. I'll leave you laying in the streets. Then keep fucking hustle up like I can't stay on my feet.
That's what got 40 bars. I need 40, shorty. 40 bars, man. Team 40, one of the biggest, probably the biggest fan base in battle rap. Even probably could rival the likes of the Beehive and the Barbs. Now, I don't know if it's as toxic, but it's probably up there. Well, it might be a little debatable. But no, 40 bars, man. She got her fan base through her hard work and dedication, man. Through her grind, building her resume up, taking all comers from the rising stars to the newcomers to the legends to the top tiers. She's a true warrior, man, and she's the main event. She's always been the main event. A lot of times people come to see her. She brings the people in. She sells the tickets. You know what I mean? 40 bars, man. On Queen of the Ring right now on YouTube, she has 2 out of 4 highest viewed battles in Queen of the Ring history. I mean, that isn't by accident. It's just not. I mean, at one time she was the sole owner of the highest viewed battle in Queen of the Ring history with her battle versus Bonnie Godiva, which, in all due respect to Bonnie, 40 kind of show levels. You know what I mean? I mean, she did all this out of Boston. I mean, the only thing we know Boston for is what? Like clam chowder, Mark Wahlberg, John Cena, and, you know, good old racism. So the fact that she was able to do all this out of Boston is impressive. But but respectfully, no, 40 bars, man. She's just one of the all-time greats. I mean, I didn't even mention the battles with her versus Shayna Ashley, E-Hart, Couture. I didn't even mention how she went toe-to-toe with Daylight. She mollywopped Big T on the corner. QP, Cortez. I mean, she giving equal ass women out here. You know what I mean? She was a baby mom for next Friday, putting bricks through windshields and shit. You know what I mean? Can you tell I watched next Friday before I did this? But no, and even in the grudge of all grudge matches with her versus Hustle, I mean, she really showed evolution, improved in one area that we all criticized 40 bars for the most part, and felt was a weakness, was her performance. 40 bars improved her performance versus Hustle, but to stand on my feet, what? I mean, and her bodysuiting, man. Shout out to the cheetah print, you feel me? Rah, like a dungeon dragon. I mean, she even bodied the biggest superstar in battle rap, and Sue Surf. Ronnie QB. I mean, what are we talking about, man? It's the Queen Pin, the boss from Bosstown. Definitely a GOAT who undoubtedly is going to be on this pyramid at the foundation because it's bars, bitch.
She swung, hit me, swung again, I weaved, I moved swiftly. She didn't think I put the goons with me. I said, fuck him, I fighting for. I put that swap, sue with me, sue with me, sue with me. Bitches gonna move with me, cut that, clap to the roof and
Miss Hustle, the villain of the Harley Quinn of battle rap. One larger than life personalities in female battle rap, man. Paving the way for female battle rap with her legendary yet evil performance versus E Hart. Sue with me. Like, what? I mean, nigga, I wanted to become a blood after that. You know, the only reason I did it was I couldn't keep up with the the dress code. Like I couldn't wear red all the time. Like, come on, man. Who am I? The Red Power Ranger? What, look like Jason? Now I don't know if Hustle was a Power Ranger, but she was definitely powered up on her opponents. You know what I mean? You know, Gaddis at known for official at SM5. You know, slowed down official who was on a run. I mean, and she still has a lot of firsts, man. The first lady of URL, the first female to be on Summer Madness, the first intergender battle with her versus Old Red. I mean, if you're not first, you're last. A great philosopher once said that. Shout out to Ricky Bobby. And what's crazy is she should know also the word last because she is also one of those that's always the main event. Bring in the people, sell the tickets, and it's even more impressive because she is not outside like that. So every battle she takes, it's important. It is special. And she's only going to take on the top talent. And the fact that she's able to take on New Jersey Twerk after a hiatus, able to take on a 40 Bars who truly wanted to kill her and have a debatable classic with that. And in my opinion, Hustle has one of the best flows, if not the best flow in battle rap. I mean, there's no more evidence than just seeing her countless freestyles, whether it's on Funk Flex or DJ K Slay, RP K Slay, and among other hip hop platforms. Like, she's a rapper's rapper. I mean, and you don't need no more evidence of that than what she did versus Aver, which is one of the most, probably her best performance in one of the most brutal beatings I've ever seen a woman give another man. I mean, Aver was contemplating retirement after that battle. That's how bad Hustle did Verb. Why it's so hard for you to lift a queen? Huh, Verb? Why is it so hard? Oh my God, man. No, Hustle undoubtedly, man. She even took her talents to Chrome 23 and helped build that league, being the main event again versus your Coutures and versus your Vixens and versus your Shoonies, and once again arguably has not lost. So even with her evil quote unquote villain persona, and it's mostly because of her interactions on social media, there's no denying the impact that Hustle has had in the sport, and she's not slowing down anytime soon. So yeah, her being on this battle rap GOAT pyramid, just like Thanos, the villain, the ultimate villain, it was inevitable.
Shit was crazy, it was wild. But now I know, if I want to make a room blow up, then I'll cater to the crowd. So y'all want to meet at Battle 40? Fuck it, they get that cold jazz. So this Stockton and Malone on a pick and roll. It's the old jazz.
As a rapper, we're Brooklyn at. I don't address things till it's time to, and it's time to. In my opinion, the best technical battle rapper in female battle rap, and in battle rap period. The ultimate strategist. She approaches battle rap like boxers approaches boxing. You know, trying to figure out the best way and the smartest way to attack your opponent. And she usually figures it out because she has one of the best IQs we've ever seen in battle rap. And she's doing all this while being on vacation and going to every event and doing everything under the sun, man. Like, Jazz the rapper, man. She she has a career path like no other, man. Like, she started off facing the legends like Shayna Ashley and QB and Sky. Okay, I don't know that much about Sky, but still, like, they all had the same thing in common. A lot of Jazz's opponents had the same thing in common, which is, for some reason, when they go on to face Jazz, they choke. They can't complete a round. I don't know if Jazz has some weird KCJ voodoo or what it is, but you can't make a mistake versus a Jazz, because if you do, you're going to pay the ultimate price, and they all have. And even when Jazz finally faced some controversy, finally faced somebody who wasn't threatened, who wasn't going to lay down, who wasn't scared at all, an official, and took her only probably clear loss of her entire career, she bounced back. She studied the game tape, she bounced back and became a better performer, and worked on her stage presence and her sex appeal. Because we all know Jazz is like the little sister that we got to bring everywhere we go. But, you know, Jazz kind of changed that up. You know what I mean? Having sex now. What you gonna do now? Like, nigga, I'm fucking, yeah. But no, for real. Like, Jazz, even after the criticism of not being outside enough, Jazz was able to change that perception in the later stages of her career. Just being outside, she's winning all these awards, from Performance of the Year to, I mean, she put Gaddis body bag in a body bag, man. Won an award. First battle back, already won an award from champion. Shout out to Jay Black. Then doubled it up again, ran it back, taking on the reigning defending Cody and Geechee Gotti. Then went on to face the former Wody and Vixen and beat both of them, got them out of here. Won Wody for 2022 for female battle rap. I mean, Jazz, bro, like, she's I don't know who could beat her at this point, man. And she's only getting better, and it's scary. So you damn right, I gotta put Jazz on the battle rap gold pyramid and complete the 4 horsewomen of female battle rap. So in my opinion, I mean, Jazz is probably the most recognizable, the most popular female battle rapper we have, even to rival a 40 or a Hustle. She's everywhere, man. She's like the Route 66 commercial, the old Route 66 commercial, man. But Jazz being on this battle rap gold pyramid, it is music to my ears. So that's who I believe is the Mount Rushmore of female battle rap. If I still believe in that concept, they are the 4 horsewomen of female battle rap: Official, Hustle, 40 Bars, and Jazz.
We had a spot over here and a spot over there. Nigga, it was pills over here, it was rocks over there. When it was hot over here, nigga, we took the spot over there. Coke so white, ARP was like, shit, what y'all got over there?
Ill Will, Yaktown in his bitch. Ill Will, man, he's the epitome of I don't give a fuck, just being yourself. I mean, he started off on BET. I mean, the good BET, not the freaking Neefy and the Hell Day BET. I mean, the starting to improve Black Girls Rock and, you know, the Real Husband of Hollywood BET, like that BET. You know, he was on the good one. Now, I mean, battling in front of likes of Swiss Beats and Bow Wow. You know, went home with the money, won the whole tournament, and like, what? Also debuted on URL on a big stage versus Tay-Rock, the face of URL, the top gunner, on Summer Madness 3. I mean, what? Who does that? That was a sink or swim moment, to where if he sunk, he would have he would have been, you know, the next, you know, Prez Mafia or Snow. Respectfully, I'm just saying, like. But Ill Will, man, even when, like I say, he has the I don't care mentality. Even when URL was not rocking with him, even all the hard work he did there, he said, okay, I'm gonna take my talents to KOTD, classic with Big K. Take my talents to RBE, classic with, you know, Math Hoffa, Calico in the parking lot, A-Ward on the big stage. Even went to the Blue Room at 40 Bars, Hollow, King Los. Should I keep it going? Took on the likes of Daylight, a serious Daylight, because you know Daylight don't play on the RBE stage. And he said, I don't give a damn. He out Daylight with the mask. I've never seen anybody be able to contend with mask, ski mask, Daylight. I've never seen anybody do that, but Ill Will did. Ill Will did. Like, what? I mean, he had a murder in the first degree versus Jag. What you got over there? Yeah, Ill Will, man, isn't appreciated enough for his talents and what he's done. I think now he's finally starting to get recognition. But Ill Will, if you truly look at his career, he's one of the most dangerous battlers to face, no matter the stage, no matter the room. He's unorthodox, unpredictable, and you cannot talk about battle rap without bringing up the man from Yaktown who always has Ill Will.
Yo, he the outside, my scouts ride. Before that fire Armageddon, I'll impale you, Jay. So cross me with that hammer, I'll spin Julian in reverse and nail you, Jay. That was cold. Julian? That was cold. That was cold. Oh my.
Chilla Jones, man. Mr. Bosstown from the Proving Ground. Mr. Fundamental himself doesn't have the flashiest game, but is the picture of consistency and giving 100% every time. I mean, it just he was a game changer out the gate with his battle versus JC in the clothing store, man. Like they changed the game with that battle, bringing bars to another level and lyricism to another level that we didn't know a level was there. It was a hidden level. Like a video game, like scheming. Chilla Jones involved scheming to where that became a time to where everybody started scheming after that battle. He's Kingpin himself, man. You know, Chilla Jones went on to have classic battles and one of the greatest battles of all time versus Daylight. You know, went on to face, you know, and that's commonplace for Chilla. You know, he did the same versus Danny Myers on RBE and QP and R. Solomon and Disaster. That's who Chilla Jones is. And then after he got done doing all that, he said, you know what? I'm gonna take a chain real quick. I'm gonna do the Debo. Take somebody's chain real quick. Went on to KOTD, took home the KOTD chain, proving he is the best in that league and best in the world. Then switched it up a year or so later. Went to URL, took on your twerks and your Geechees and your Real Six and your B-Dots, took out Sean, who was considered K-Shine at the time, who was considered unstoppable, beat K-Shine and went on to win Cody of the Year for 2020 in an era to where you couldn't rely on crowd reaction. You had to only rely on your lyricism and your bars, and he rose above everyone. Chilla Jones is a unique talent who also, I feel, does get the respect that he deserves because he's quiet. He doesn't talk a lot, but he is the picture of perfection when it comes to professionalism. Doesn't get into drama, just does the work and leave. The Kingpin, who deserves undoubtedly to be on the throne of the Gold Pyramid at the Foundation, Bosstown.
If I chase a nigga, block break a nigga, funeral homes, box wake a nigga, you get the open hand, the fist, or the deuce. Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh my God, there's so many things to say about this brother. Daylight, the enigma, the joker, the troll of all trolls, the Dennis Rodman of battle rap, man. Daylight, one of the most controversial figures, maybe the most controversial figure in battle rap history. But the one thing you cannot deny is Daylight's talent, being maybe the greatest writer we have ever heard and ever seen. Even with all the gimmicks from being Batman to playing a slave to, you know, itching on stage, all that, man. Being Spawn, he's still Spawn. some unbelievable battles. I mean, he spawned The Mask. Somebody stop me. He spawned The Mask, man, versus Rich Dollars. Sent Rich Dollars where Rich Dollars at. Rhyming in its purest form. Just rhyming in its purest form. Storytelling, the street, consciousness, all rolled up into one. And Daylight didn't stop after that versus Rich Dollars. Went on to face, your Chilla Joneses. Wrote The Matrix versus B Magic in a crazy performance. Had one of the greatest battles of all time versus Chilla Jones. As I mentioned earlier, man, Daylight is different, man. He's just different. And just when you think you have Daylight figured out, he switches it up again. Like his battle versus Oops on RBE. To where it's one of the few battles ever. To where it's safe to say a lot of people had teary eyes, misty eyes that night because of that performance and watching that battle. Because of the emotion Daylight brought into that battle, talking about his story of where he came from and kind of explaining why he is who he is and growing up in bad circumstances, but rising, being a rose in the concrete, being a rose that came out of the concrete and becoming Daylight. Like that battle is just is nothing like we've ever seen and might ever see again. And then with most of his career, tried to get on URL and all the drama surrounding that, with almost headlining main event in Summer Madness and then not going on because of someone else's antics. And then it's like a movie. Act 1, he doesn't get on Summer Madness. He doesn't get on URL. Act 2, he finally gets on URL, but then the footage messes up. And now the battle's not even on YouTube no more. And then Act 3, he finally gets on URL and does work, keep the mask on almost the whole battle versus the face of URL and Tay-Rock. No crowd, all lyricism, and broke the internet, man. It's just Daylight, like I said before, is one of a kind. He's different. Never seen before. Never probably seen anything like that again. With all the gimmicks, with all the antics, the interviews, the music videos, the skits, everything in between. It's just Daylight, for sure. Whether you love him or hate him, you cannot bring up the story of Battlerap without Daylight. You win some and you lose some, but you live to see another day. To the Batmobile.
I'm just the only white dude who ain't scared to clap back. Cause to me it's white boys ain't shit, honky this, cracker that. So fuck your feelings, I ain't having that. You tap my pockets, I'm tapping back. Motherfucker, shack attack.
Hat to the motherfucking stay. Mr. Sucker Free. But when I think of Paste, I think of Carefree because he was a free spirit. Paste did what he wanted to do, man. He gave a nigga a wet willy in a battle, bro. Gave a whole grown-ass man a wet willy. But Paste, man, he didn't care, man. He did what he wanted. He walked alone. He walked to the beat of his own drum, man. Starting out with facing the likes of your Hollihans, your Arsenals, and Marv Ones. Had classic battles with your Sharones and went on to really put a whole country on his back in Canada, put a whole league on his back in KOTD, facing another Titan that was putting KOTD on his back, and Disaster beat Disaster for the KOTD chain, proving that he was the best in the world. Went on to do compliment battles with Rome. I mean, Paste's journey, man, it's something to admire. And then when you think he couldn't do any more, even after facing a great and hollow in another classic bout, he goes on to shy away, and he goes on to prove all the doubters wrong who thought that he couldn't make it out of Canada. He couldn't make it off of KOTD. That had doubts that could he really be good outside of Canada, outside his region, outside his league? Could he really be good on a prominently black leagues and the black opponents and black crowd? Could Passe be good? Well, the answer was, in the words of Drake, hell yeah, fucking right. He had classic after classic, man. Great performance versus DNA. Great performance versus A-Verb. A pure classic versus Danny Myers. Went on to debut on URL in London on Summer Madness versus The Face and Tay-Rock. Like, what? Who does that? And then had a rematch of all rematches versus Arsenal in the KOTD 10-year anniversary, looking like a true pimp. Him, it ain't easy, you feel me? But no, like, I do gotta say, I do gotta confess something. I do gotta apologize to Passe. I wish he was here so I could really apologize to him. But I apologize to you, Passe, because I voted for Geechee in 2018 for Champion of the Year. And looking back on it, you faced damn near 4 legends in Danny Myers, Arsenal, Tay-Rock, A-Verb, 3 different leagues. Arguably beat all of them. And we didn't give you Cody of the Year that year. Yeah, niggas, we was bugging. We was bugging. We was on our Wakanda Forever shit. Black Panther was out during the time. We was bugging. You should have got that award, man. I apologize, man. I apologize, Passe. You should have got that. But Passe, like I said, is one of a kind, man. He's like no other. I didn't even talk about the performance versus Shaka. I didn't even talk about the performance versus Shaka Suge No 9 in the floor soup. Like, it just, man, God, I miss that brother. And like I said, Passe, he'll never be forgotten, ever. His legacy lives on. And all I gotta say is, that you, bro, look at you go.
Nigga, let it spray. I ain't even trying to talk to him. I St. Louis the clip. I mean, I arc through him. Leave his chest blue. Tony Stark's through him. Hole so big, fuck around and walk through him.
Shit like that. Face first.
And last but not least, K-Shine. Mr. Zip 'em up. When I think of K-Shine, I think of energy, man. It's just pure energy. What he did versus Surf Summer Madness 1, the first round of storytelling. Ain't nothing wavy about you, to John Under the Don. He brought a small person on a chain out in a battle versus Arsenal Summer Madness. Like, what? Who does that? He brought a midget out? Like, what? What? Like, how? What? How, Sway? Got a classic battle, Professor Shine, third round versus DNA, Professor Shine. Huh? And then when people were still down in his pedigree, still people down his pedigree, he did an MJ scheme versus JC. He freaking got one of the biggest bodies in Battlerap history versus A-Verb and proved that he truly is top tier. Hole so big you had to go walk through him, like, And then he changed the game with forming NWX with DNA and making 2-on-2s popular again, and going to every league and every platform, facing the best competition. Even made it all the way up to ESPN, man. Like, that's Impact to another level, dog. That's Impact to another level. And then when he got done doing 2-on-2s, he went back to doing 1-on-1s. Even took out his former Dot Mob compadre and T-Rex. And guns were blazing after that. 2017 to 2020, man. K-Shine was in his prime. He may be the most, that might be the most dangerous prime we've ever seen. It's K-Shine during that time, man. Taking on your Danny Myers and your E. Nesses, your J. Mills, your Avs, your Chess, your E. Hearts. It just, he was having body after body after body after body, piling them up, man. It was like, he was considered top 3 for Cody every year, bro. Every year. In my humble opinion, probably should have got 2019, when he took on, Tay-Rock in the rematch and Rum Nitty in the classic, and had that great 2-on-2, probably the greatest 2-on-2 of that time. But NWX versus EFB got Reed all the way out of here in Philly. Like, we probably should have gave him that Cody, or not gave him. He deserved and earned that Cody prior to 2019. No disrespect once again to Geechee, but that's just my humble opinion. But even with all that being said, K-Shine is he is the energy, man. And the law of energy. It cannot be created nor destroyed, just transformed. And he has transformed himself to be on the Battlerap GOAT pyramid, the foundation. And anybody feel any type of way about it and don't agree, zip them up. So this is the foundation, the first tier of the Battlerap GOAT pyramid. These are 10 unique talents that I felt definitely deserve to be on the Battlerap GOAT pyramid. But with that being said, now it's time to take it to another level, to the next level. It's time to talk about who are the true considerations for the absolute faces of Battlerap and the GOATs of Battlerap. It's going to be even crazier. It's going to be even more fun. You're probably going to be mad, but I don't care. It's all for the love of the art form and the sport. All I can say is, gotta stay tuned. Battlerap, hold it down. We got the crown. Hold it down is what we do mean.